What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Dragon Blaze video. Beginning of the week, I've been waiting for this all along because today is going to be about Beginner's Guide Library of Fate. Obviously, all the events are done, so we're going to have refreshers on our event soon. We're going to go through the Library of Fate, and before we do that, I've already did 13 challenge attempts, so I am progressing through 60. I've gotten through all of them, and I am here, and it is awesome. Catherine's been helping out quite a bit here. Big hit, she's really useful, so just want to give praise to her because she's been putting in some serious work. We're stuck here at this boss, so my progress is getting pretty good here. So we're gonna go to the very first one, and I've already fought in the first one. So when you're a Library of Fate, you must use the physical required heroes until you get strong enough to where it doesn't even matter anymore. So for here, it wants you to use physical attacks. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna not use my third impact heroes just yet, because this is a beginner's guide video. You shouldn't have too many third impacts already. I mean, you may or may not, and if so, they might not be as strong. So we're gonna gradually add them to the group. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our first impact. So I'm gonna use Helios, and then we need physical heroes. So I'm gonna use, obviously, my main favorite. So we're gonna go down and try to pick out some decent physical heroes that's gonna help us. Use Death Crown to see what we can do here. We're gonna use Hearts, and we're gonna see if we're strong enough to get through this, because you're gonna need to use these heroes as well. So we're gonna try to go up the chain and see. And I don't think Camille's ability will work in here, but we're gonna see. And I'll gradually add my healer in this too, but we're gonna add her to the bunch. We're gonna add, let's see who else. We're gonna add Band, because he puts in so much work many longs ago. And we're gonna use her. So this is the team that we're gonna be using. We're gonna try to go through this. Even though her attack is 1.2 million, don't let it fool you. You need to be a lot stronger. So we're gonna see if we can get through this with this fight, and if not, we'll gradually add more heroes. And I do have it at ×3 just to make it quicker. I don't want to go through slow, so we're going to see if we get destroyed or not. Okay, so we actually did get through it, which is pretty nice using this setup. I wasn't expecting that, so we did get through this. It was pretty quick. Obviously ×3. I want it to be generally fast. So we're going to go up to the next one. So as you see, this team that I used here is pretty nice. And keep in mind, level 95, 34, 32, 19, 17, 16, and 94. That will also take into account, but you need to have a strong team regardless. And that'll be mitigated once you add your third impact. So you shouldn't have any second impacts right now because you're a beginner. If you have them, then that's kind of a problem, because you've already resorted so much of your resources into the wrong heroes, because they take a while to make. So like I said, previous videos, especially for beginners, you make those later. And you will, as you open up packs and stuff like that, they will gradually level up to where you can go ahead and fight and get your second impact. So just be mindful. Don't make those right now. Just first and third is what you need to be focusing on. But this is the setup that I have here as I chose. If you want to follow this setup, it can probably get you through as well. I will have it on ×3 just to make it faster. So we're going to go through here, and then it says your magic attacks is what we'll need. So as you see, I have magical attack here. I got some mages and some physical heroes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this group out, and then I will gradually put my group in when I'm finished. We're going to replace with Helios. I always use Helios. Highly recommend you. You know how much I talk about her. She's just amazing. So we're going to take out her. We're going to take out you. We're going to put Blizz in. We're going to put in... We could put a healer in too, because Infeast technically priests, but they do magic damage. But we're gonna stick to try to using mages here for this video. So we're gonna go down and we're gonna keep scrolling and we're gonna try to find some more mages to use. I can we'll use you. I've used you quite a bit in the past, and you can also filter it to make it faster if you want, and then we'll use first crown. So we're gonna try to see if we can go through this. 1300, my attack 1.3 million versus a little over a little over 2 million. So we're gonna see if we can get it done. And account to the levels and stuff like that as well. I mean, that takes that into account, but you should be able to get through this. And it is ×3. Okay, so that was really quick. That was hardly even any efforts there to get through this, which is pretty awesome. And we're gonna go up the ladder too. It's gonna get harder. So that was pretty cool. We'll try to go up the ladder. Just give you a good idea of what you need to be doing. So this one is your physical attacks, your magic attacks, but your hero's physical attacks will do great. So now we're back to physical attacks. So basically kind of like how the first one, basically this is basically what you're doing. You're trying to get the right team. I hope you have enough power to get through this. It's very important that we try to do that. So we're going to use physical attacks again. So we're going to take her out, put Helios back in the bunch because that's just how we do things. So we're back to physical. So you can use rogues. You can use any kind of physical that you want. And then we're going to try to get through this again. Death Crown. I mean, well, that's, you're ranged. You're physical. You are a rogue, but you're also still physical. And then you can use different heroes too for this. And you have to pay attention. You have to follow what it says until you get stronger. So this is the beginner's guide video. This is what we're going to be using. And try to make sure if you need time to go through this to level up your guys, you can do that. The ×3 just gets it done faster. Boom. You got through that. Pretty nice, actually. Pretty nice. And you can use any heroes you want once you get strong enough. In doing so, you can possibly get hero cards for this as well. You can who's ever the lead person at the top. And you get Goddess Memories, Crystal Fragments, which is used for your library, your pages. You can exchange your page at the exchange shop, which allow you to get your heroes stronger through the Book of Heroes. That's what that's about. Here, AoE physical attacks, but single magic attacks would do great. We'll keep this team here just because it's basically will be fine. You know, I can use these guys at this point because only thing you need to do is just get strong enough to get through this. And you can basically wipe out everything. I've used my lower end heroes to get through this pretty quickly. Now we're going to keep this set up and get through it as well. Because most of them are low level. Just a couple of third impacts really wouldn't make a difference anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back real quick. I also got a heroes card for her. We're going to go back real quick and we're going to kind of reset over my team. Technically, I don't really have to, but we are going to change this back to you because I can use my third impacts and get through this so quickly. I mean, I can get through this without my team being exchanged. So we'll actually keep it how it is. Actually, we're just going to put her back because we had 2 and 2. I'm getting hero cards for them currently, so that's why I'm switching them back. And then, yeah, we're going to do, actually, hold on. We did 1, 2 here. We're going to put you back here, or put you here now. Go up. Okay, and go up again. So now we have to keep a track of what I'm doing with my heroes. So now this one is going to be a little bit stronger, sort of, but you know, your range magic attacks would do just fine. So obviously I have range magic attacks here. I have higher impacts. I've already showed you mages, but we can kind of deduct it further down if you like. So we'll put Bliss back here. We'll take you out. We'll put you here. Second impacts you can use, but again, you should be able to get through this. No problem if your team's, you know, remotely decently strong. We'll put you here. We'll keep him there because we can just get through this. I am getting hero cards at the same time. So my attack is over this power, over that much power. You should be able to get through it. As long as your team is strong enough, at least not twice, but like kind of like maybe times 1.5 strength higher, you should be able to get through this quickly. You may struggle a little bit. One of the ones I will recommend is using through this. I'll show you here in a second. I'm getting hero cards for these guys too, so trying to at least her. So you want to use. Didn't mean to do that. We're gonna put you back here. We're gonna put you back up here. So the healer you want to use is the one that's at the very bottom to the right, level 29. You want to use her as like your main catalyst through all of it. So that's going to be your first impact for sure to use. And I'll go back in a second and show you that. Oh, well, I'm done actually. I can't go through any more attempts. So basically that's kind of what you're looking for. But the third impact that you want to use is her. So make sure you keep her with you at all times for beginner stages and up going through this, because it's definitely really challenging without her because her rebirth effect. And if you don't have her, then I think Camille should also work because she does. And I showed her off earlier. We're gonna go back to her once I find her here. So if you don't have the first impact, the third impact I just showed you, then get her. Funny, my very first character, like strongest character of all, was her because many years ago this game was terrible. It took too long to make heroes, and she was the first one I made. So she has a special place in my heart. She's basically my favorite character of all time. I mean, I did say, you know, obviously, she's my second. So Camille's definitely is always going to be up there because I worked super hard to get her. So just be sure you use those heroes would help you. And as you gradually get through the Library of Fate, you will get stronger. You have to invest in time into this game because this game requires you to play, level up your heroes, buy packs, using your rubies and stuff like that. You will eventually gradually get stronger as you do that. So just be sure you kind of follow the guide. As long as you're strong, you can use just about any character in here, doesn't matter what it is. But once it gets like to the higher levels, like right here to 40 and 60, you know, you should be using the recommended ones. Like I'm using recommended ones here, but when you run out, you can kind of throw extras in. It's kind of similar to it. So it does matter, you know, what teams you do use, because if not, then you're not really going to get through it. And it's pretty hard. I mean, I'm stuck here. I progressed. So I'm very happy. And then the Book of Heroes, I showed you that. But if you're not familiar with the Book of Heroes, even we're in the beginner's guide, I'll show you that, I guess, as well. So the Book of Heroes, I made videos about this. It's allow your characters to get stronger, a lot stronger. And you can go up books. Like I'm at the 4th book, 1, 2, 3. I'll be on the 4th one soon. And it gives you additional abilities that helps you throughout the whole entire game, depending on what you're doing. There's selfish traits and then there's good traits. Here, increase normal attack for all allies upon entering the battle. That is a team trait. The next one is Golem, which is specifically for like your raid bosses and stuff like that, or your world bosses, I mean. The next one is increase STA for all paladins upon entering the battlefield. A selfish trait specifically for paladins. And then the next one is Golem, and then the last one is Golem. So it's so, you know, you have good traits and selfish traits that will help you, but we'll do something different about this. I've already made a video about this anyway if you want to look at it for the beginner's guide. It is not beginner's guide, but it'll definitely break it down to you what you need to know. I need to make this video a little bit longer, so. But definitely go through your heroes, make sure that they're stronger, you're buying packs, and you are progressing. And don't worry about second impact heroes at this current moment. Just focus on first and third, because it's going to take you a long time to make these. And then make sure you're using Camille, and then make sure you're using her as well all the way through, because they both have rebirth effects. And note, they are the only two, I'm pretty positive about this, they are the only two in the game that has that ability. And I'm thankful for that, because it's kind of insane. You have healers that can bring back multiple revives at the same time or one by one. They can do that. Well, Camille can't, but she can, and still revive the whole entire team. Camille just revives the whole entire team upon death, and it only happens once. And she does not revive herself, I don't believe, as well. I don't think she does. So just keep in mind using those. You can use any heroes as long as they are strong, but if not, use the recommended amount of heroes, so therefore you can actually try to get through it without struggling. But that's today's video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. Stand by for the next one. I'll be making probably another video soon, because we're going to be doing deep dives on characters, so that's going to be exciting. And I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe if you like. If you don't, hey, thank you for looking at my video. Stand by for the next one.